Oh my god. I'm sorry.
It's a complete mess. I apologize. I've had to very quickly reorganize the cameras, but as long as you can see us all and hear us all, that is the most important thing. So please, everyone, welcome yourselves and our cast to today's Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition show, Bloodlust, where a group of thin bloods have found themselves in the midst of a very strange city. And just to quickly recap, over the last few episodes, they have done some reprehensible things. Messy feedings, burning of bodies, suspicious activity around the scrapyard that is the small-time mobster Mr. Brass's domain. And it has drawn the attention of police. The police investigated, they were dominated and sent away by Nate, which solved the immediate situation, but drew the suspicion of some Second Inquisition agents. After removing some other mobsters, they don't really know who they were.
Did you just confirm that they were Inquisition agents?
Yes, he did. So let's go with that.
I'm merely reiterating what you all think is going on.
Oh, right. Okay.
However,
Nice save.
once they got back from convincing Mr. Brass that the barrier around the city that made people bleed and go crazy was real, they stayed at the domain of Mr. Brass, the scrapyard, and were awoken in the middle of the day to a police raid, which did not end particularly well for them. With Marco shot through the head, Nate and Molly staked, we bring ourselves to Florence, the only one who seemingly was spared. So, Florence, you left us just after you had convinced Mr. Brass, by doing a practical demonstration, that there is a mystical barrier surrounding the city.
It hurt rather a lot.
It did hurt. What, pray tell, did you do after that? While I try and reorganize these awful cameras.
Well, I probably would have gone back to the cottage because it's my safer. I feel safer at the cottage than I do at Mr. Brass's thing.
That makes sense. Everyone else stays at Mr. Brass's, but it would make sense if you stayed there.
Yeah, I've gotten the basement just how I like it, all dank and mouldy and full of rats.
It's exactly that. Okay, is there anything else Florence wanted to do? Anyone Florence wanted to contact?
I probably would have contacted the gangrel to check up on Thingy. What's her name? Corey, yeah. So I probably would have checked up on Corey and then just phoned everybody else just to sort of make sure they're all right, etc. Just texting Marco like, Marco, how are you?
You don't get any reply. Well, no, you don't get any reply. At that point, I believe Marco was busy busting heads that evening. So you send a message off to... what's his face? Mika.
Gangrel.
Mika the Gangrel.
Mika. Yes.
The anarch that you are
I have notes, honest.
familiar with. Let's make you a bit bigger. There we go, Deli.
He's
You're a big
huge!
Okay. What do you send to Mika?
Probably sends like another lovely cursive note. Dear Mika, have proven to Mr. Brass beyond a doubt that the barrier, or have performed a second experiment to prove that the barrier around the city is indeed in place. We have independent corroboration. How is Corey? Hope she's doing well. Would like to speak to her. Yours sincerely, blah, 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 etc., etc.
Okay. You get a rat with a note attached saying, we may be able to bring Corey to you. She's doing well. And then there's like a note after Mika's bit that says, "Hi, this is Corey. I've become friends with Mika," and she puts friends in quotes. "Thank you for helping me. I owe you a boon."
Oh, lovely. That always comes in handy then. I'll just tuck that away somewhere. Right.
What else would Mika tell you? Yeah, she's... Mika's just like, Corey has come in handy. We've learnt a lot. Still not sure about this barrier thing, but it sounds useful, so I'm willing to believe you.
As well you should, young man. As well you should. Right, all right then. Now for a cup of tea. A lovely cup of tea. Yes.
Absolutely. You
All right.
boil up a stove, and a
My
little
little
whistling
hexy
kettle.
burner. Yeah,
in the
tiny
middle of a
battered
forest.
kettle, just black soot up the sides.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
And then you go to sleep for the day. Roll me a rouse check.
right.
Oh, we're still using the old system that we've been using for a while, but I checked back on the official Roll20 sheet, and it seems like it's improved a ton. So we might move to that in the future.
Okay, cool. Right, but not right now. Yes.
Not now. God, that'll
Okay.
take too long.
Rouse check.
0 successes. You become hungrier just by waking up the next night. It's inevitable. The simple tick of time.
Yes. In that case, I'm gonna do my pigeon wrangler thing because the rats need a chance to regenerate, and there's still plenty of bloody pigeons in the loft.
Mm-hmm.
I'll get rid of the bastards.
Okay.
Thousands.
I think you're gonna have to do a wits animal ken. Two successes. I don't think is enough.
No?
A couple of pigeons have died in this way. And even though there's still some roosting, they're right on the edge where the big hole in the roof is.
So I'm just like, come on, little pigeons, and they're just like, not you again.
Yeah, you like... normally they would be attracted to you and like come and eat from your hand or something. But this time you just accidentally like slip on a beam and your hand goes and you make a lot of noise and it scares them off.
Or perhaps I'm just a little bit too hungry, so I just lunge a little bit too soon, and they're like, oh,
What hunger are you on?
then. I'm on 4 hunger, so I'm quite hungry at the moment. So I'm just like, all right then, ratties, come here, my babies. And I'm going to consume one of my rats.
Okay. Yeah, that one of your rats. Are you doing 1 dot? It would take a couple of rats, and I think your supply of bred rats is low, but a couple of hunger points worth of rats is not going to.
Okay, yeah. In that
Stop
case, I
you
will.
from-
I will take a couple of dots off.
Yeah, stop you from breeding them again.
Yes. The next batch is almost ready.
Exactly.
Little pink wrigglers still. Can't eat them. No. Right. So yeah. So I'll eat a couple of rats and have another cup of tea and yeah, and then I will sort of like I'll ring Marco just to see if anything's happening. So.
Okay. The other end of the line picks up.
Hello, dear. Is that you? Marco, is that you? Hello? Is this thing on? Hello? Are you giving me the silent treatment again? Look. I've told you before, this is not funny, all right? This is a silent treatment, just won't possibly...
And then you hear a woman's voice. Hello? Who is this?
Who are you? Did I dial the wrong number? I probably dialed the wrong number again, dear.
No, who are you trying to reach?
Marco?
Marco Kravitz.
Well, I don't know his surname, but
Oh, okay.
What?
I'm afraid he was involved in an accident.
an accident. What sort of accident exactly?
He was involved in a car crash.
Well, he always was a shitty driver. I'm not surprised, to be honest with you. So, is he all right?
I'm afraid he's dead.
Oh dear. Oh no. What's your name, dear? What's your name? Are you a nurse at the hospital?
I'm Mrs. Borlu. You can contact me at Marco's number. But if you want more information, but there's only so much I can give you. It was very unusual circumstances.
What exactly are you, a nurse, a doctor?
I'm an inspector.
What do you inspect?
Crimes. I'm a police officer.
Boop.
Hello.
Ooh.
Okay.
Bugger. Right, Molly. Also, Dia says her internet is stable now.
Awesome. Let's reintroduce Di. Come on in, Di.
Do.
Let's see if this works. If I can just switch back to the other scene I had prepared. I did it!
She's back!
Huzzah!
Hello, Molly.
The queen!
Did you see how I just like saw that you were ready and kind of segued to you, by the way? It's pretty fucking smooth, right?
Pretty fucking smooth indeed. Right.
Hopefully our internet stays. We've been having issues around this time every day, so we're thinking that they did something in our neighborhood. But anyways.
Probably weird line maintenance or something.
Well, as long as it stays stable, we'll keep you as long as we can. Yes, so this is a good point for me to say, unfortunately, I'm very sad to announce, this is Molly's last episode. Di, we're going to miss you. And your creepy little girl.
I know. She was the best creepy girl. Best.
Molly's not, as far as I know, Molly's not dying.
No, but
As
we
far as I know,
don't
yeah.
get to be creepy with you anymore.
Yeah.
No. I know. I'm sorry, guys. I just, stuff.
I know. Life.
Oh yeah,
is
life
busy.
is busy, and this is a big time commitment to work on characters and stuff. So we were very glad to have you. So if everyone can pour their love into chat for Di or the comments, or I don't know, whenever you're watching this, but we very much appreciate having you on, and we're very glad to have been telling this story with you.
Yes, it's been a lot of fun. It's been great, honestly.
Well, it's not over yet.
Not yet.
Molly's still got a few things up her sleeve.
Dun, dun, dun.
I assume because she's 10, they are snotty tissues, but...
Oh, come on. Only old ladies keep actual snotty tissues up their sleeves.
Oh, that's true.
In fact, I'm sure Florence is just like, oh, there you go. There's some. Oh, there's more. Wonderful. Oh, they're a bit damp. You all right with that?
Just lick it, just like scrubbing her face. Okay. I need to quickly check my notes because there were a couple of things that we need to organise. Such as, we've done What is Florence Doing? We need to quickly Oh no, I think I'll wait for that until later.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yes, so... Yeah, I'll do those things later. We can... we it's... I think it's more appropriate to organise, like, desires. I'm basically putting off doing desires until you are all back in the game.
Mm-hmm.
If that even occurs. We'll see. So, at this point, Florence, there's a knock at the door frame. There's no actual full door to this cottage.
I'm going to sort of very cautiously kind of try and peer around the thing and see who's...
It's Tosh.
Oh, Tosh, come in, dear.
Hello. I'm sorry to meet you in such awful...
I just heard that Marco was killed. The
Marco's
police.
killed? Oh,
Yes.
good. Okay, that's fine. No, Molly's gone missing.
What the bloody hell has been going on? Honestly, I take one evening to myself, and everything goes tits up. What the Jesus is honestly, really?
Yes, well, I'm very sorry about it as well. She was important to me. So...
Yes, she was a lovely little thing. So where is it? Where did you see her last? What?
The last time I saw her was at the party. This happened...
Right.
I was going to find her last night, and she wasn't at Mr. Brass's, but what was there was a whole bunch of police officers.
Right. So Marco is apparently died in a car crash, according to the police officer who has his phone now. Can they trace mobile telephones?
Yes, it's why we don't use them.
Right.
I'm just going to pop the battery out of my mobile. It's just a...
All right. I think I'll just yes.
I'm assuming this is like an older mobile that you can actually take the battery out.
Oh, yeah. You can take the SIM out. You basically gut the whole thing. It's so
Yeah,
old.
so I'm just going to sort of like take the battery out and be like,
Yes, I think. Well, would this work? Do you think? Possibly.
The phone? No.
No,
It's
I meant
the
no,
battery's
never
out.
mind. Yes, that's the
Oh,
point.
for tracing? I don't know. It's not my area of expertise, I'll be honest. We should be okay, though.
Hopefully. Right. Anyway, right. So, oh God, what do we do? So.
We need to find out where they are.
I don't quite know how. I mean, so you've tried ringing Molly, yes?
Yes. I've tried ringing Marco. I've tried ringing Molly.
Well, the police have Marco's.
Tried ringing Nate,
We lost
the pretty one.
Oh yes, he's a lovely man. He's gave me this wig, you know.
Okay. We need to find them, and we need to
Yes.
find them fast before they betray us. Because I don't know whether they're going to be kept alive or not. Ooh, that's weird.
Okay, we have double deer. That's
You thought Molly.
We get to keep with Molly.
Yeah, you thought Molly was
We
leaving.
got a clone.
Back again.
woo,
Can I
clone.
stop that one? There we
You come
go.
as a twin.
I fixed it.
I was like, this is half of me.
Molly, you get to keep with Molly.
I hear that background mute. Okay, yes.
Oh, sorry.
We got,
Oh my gosh.
Right. I don't know where to. I'm not a. Ooh. The Gangrel might be able to help. They're all sniffy and they've got the birds and the things.
I don't really want to rely on an anarch.
These are my friends.
Well, they're not mine. So you can have help from one of us, but not both of us, because if we meet, we will rip each other apart.
Fair fair point. I didn't really think of that. How good are you at... okay, do you have any resources to help find them?
Maybe. I'm not connected to the police officers. I might be able to wrangle up a Nosferatu. I don't know if that's even possible. They used to have connections in the police, but I don't. I might just have to ask the prince. I think.
No, I don't. No, not the print. No, I don't. I did not. No, not the print. No, not the. I don't like the print.
Okay. Nathaniel can track people. The warlock. Oh, tell me you haven't made that many enemies in this town.
I didn't do anything. I wasn't there at the time. There was nothing to do with me.
I don't know what you're talking about. I will find Molly.
All right, you go find Molly.
You work on your own. It's a liability. As long as we find Molly,
yes,
everything will be okay. And then he goes back to his jolly self. He's like, we'll sort this. Get to work.
Good luck. I think we'll need it. Right. I'm immediately just like, get my pen and paper out. I'm just like, dear Mika, terrible things have ensued. Molly missing. Other friends captured, sort of question mark, possibly dead question mark, police involved, need help tracking. You know, you are best tracker I know. Also, perhaps Nosferatu could help question mark kind of thing.
Okay.
Emergency. Yours sincerely, Florence.
Cool.
Go! Send my rat off.
Cool.
Also, I just want to point out you're still set to just chatting.
Yes, I saw that. Thank you, Bekachu. I've just changed that, so it should have updated.
It'll propagate. It'll be
Yeah.
fine.
Okay. Whew. Okay. What now? We have. You get a message back. That basically says, I'll do what I can, but this will make us even for you delivering Corey to me.
Acceptable, yes, right. Right, and then I'm probably going to... See, I'm not much of a tracker or anything, and I feel that going to Mr. Brass's place would be extraordinarily dangerous and just lead to me getting captured. So... But then I probably want to go and like do some actual recon, so I'm probably just going to sort of walk towards it, keeping a very beady eye out for any kind of suspiciousness.
Okay. We'll call this Wits Streetwise.
Oh, good. Like I'm not going to go. Like I'm only going to go within a couple of streets and then just kind of loiter.
Yep.
In dark corners. Okay. Wits and Streetwise. How's my Streetwise? Okay. Don't fail me now, dice.
2 successes. You see a police van, like one of the armored, no, slightly armored, you know what I mean.
Yeah, the
The
riot
ones with
van.
the riot cage and stuff, just crash. The front of it is smushed in against a building.
It has crashed, or
It has crashed in previous, you assume, when this
nobody's
last night.
nobody's come to pick it up.
The place is swarming with police officers, however, like just, you know, all in their high vis, so you're not gonna get blindsided by them. You can avoid them very easily. You're not going to be able to get very close. The entirety of the scrapyard.
I'm just in the shadows, kind of squinting from a distance.
Yeah, you move from place to place using obfuscate. You get close, but the interior of the scrapyard is a hive of activity, and you can't
there
move
is.
while you're being unseen. So it looks like there was a lot of gunfire in and outside, though. You can see gun shells, bullet shells.
Brass.
Oh, bugger.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do. Oh goodness me! I hope they get back to me soon. Who else could I add? There's nobody else I can really. Mr. Brass. I wonder if I could.
I'm going to put sort of the battery back in my phone and then try ringing Mr. Brass.
You get hang on, I'm gonna check a thing. Okay. Hello? What the fuck happened?
Is that you, Mr. Brass? Is
It's
that
Mr.
actually
Brass.
you? Tell me something that only Mr. Brass would know.
You sting like shit.
Right, fair enough. Okay, yes. What do you mean? I don't anyway, I don't know. Or I sort of like, I just came along and bloody Malkavian came along and was like, oh yes, and Marco's dead and Molly's missing and car crash apparently. I don't know.
Are you near the scrapyard?
Yes, I'm very close to it actually. I'm
Okay,
sort of
me
hiding.
too. Let's meet up. And he says like the corner of X and Y Street, and like you meet up, and he's like, I am so screwed.
Yes, well, I mean, I have no idea what's going on.
Well, the police came. I don't know who tipped them off. They were snooping and then escalated to this. I don't know where to start with this. I've started moving what I have left into the club. I don't care if the fucking Toreador don't let me. I'm just...
This is an emergency. Yes, no, I quite agree. Do you think it was the Inquisition?
Oh, the Inquisition. I hope not. You said they're the ones that put the barrier up, right? Maybe they were just trying to trap us?
I don't know if that was just a theory. I don't know. I'm not a bloody wiggly boo magician.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to my club, and I'm gonna think about this.
Right. I've asked the gangrel for help. Traps.
Okay.
Finding everyone.
Okay.
I'll let you know if anything occurs. I'll keep you up to date. The Malkavian, what's his name? Taj. Yes.
Okay.
He was looking for Molly. He's going to be looking. He didn't want anything to do with the gangrel, though, and quite frankly, I want bloody nothing to do with the prince. No.
They're all completely bonkers. I don't want to be here anymore.
Yes,
Okay.
I entirely agree. Oh, I entirely agree. There's a mistake coming here. A terrible, terrible mistake. All I wanted to do was be with my ratties and have a nice house with a nice...
I just wanted to make money selling drugs to people. Is that so much to ask?
No, I just wanted the nice, lovely house. Oh, yes.
And your delusions come back.
Yeah.
And you realise you have a nice, lovely house with a picket fence, beautiful garden.
Oh.
It's a cottage in the forest.
Oh, yes. I'll go home. Everything will be wonderful. You'll see. I'll see you later, Captain Mannering. Goodbye.
Fucking Malkavians. What the fuck? And you just hear him swearing under his brass. Under his breath.
Yeah. It's just like, oh, that's no way for a gentleman to behave, sir.
My apologies. Goodbye. And then he turns around and leaves. in that case, a week passes. Unless you have something else you would like to do.
Well, unless the gang will get back to me. I'll probably just go full do lally tap until somebody kind of like comes and snaps me out of it again.
Okay.
I'm probably planting, dead sticks in the front garden and, begonias, that's lovely. And, sort of like, oh, my kitties. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's,
It's bad news for everyone else.
But do the... Does any...
Well, I have some things for the others to do.
Mm.
Molly. You need to make me... roll 3d10. Okay. Perfect. And I think we'll do this now just so it's all together and we're all prepared for it. Marco, you roll me 3d10.
Oh no.
Okay.
Good, okay, or
Nate,
bad, okay.
roll me 3d10.
That's a what?
Then the rest.
No, I think you did it wrong. Hold on.
Well, just 2 more now. That's all you need.
Nate
Like,
lost
two
the
rolls.
math part of his brain.
No, everything pressed the rest. Okay, I'm just gonna reroll the 3. Will I do that? Or will I roll a 2?
No, just roll 2 more.
Yeah, roll
That's all you
two.
need.
Okay, how do I...
/R2D.
Molly, please put yourself to hunger 5.
Like that?
Yep. Dylan, or Marco, please put yourself to hunger 5.
Uh-oh.
Nate, put yourself to hunger 5.
Sorry. I'm sorry I killed everybody.
You.
Okay,
We all killed ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
now Molly,
Not exactly action, old lady.
roll me. Where was it? Resolve awareness.
Any modifiers?
No modifiers. Just perfect. That is a normal success, even though you got a bunch of 1s. Okay. You jolt awake in a pitch black room. There is an intense pain in your chest. You have just enough light in the room to see that you are impaled with a stick. There's something sticking out right here. And it hurts like hell.
I would like to try to remove it. I feel like I would grab it with my hand and try to pull it out.
Okay? Yep, you can do that. It hurts a lot, but it comes out. Slowly but surely. And you realize the thing that woke you up is now to your right. It's a person. They're not paying attention.
Do I recognize them?
You don't recognize them, their back is to you. Please roll me
How
a frenzy test.
Oh, because I want to stab them.
No,
A
it's hunger
frenzy
frenzy.
Hunger frenzy. What? What's
For
sorry.
frenzy tests, you roll your willpower, which is oh god, what's the name of them? Resolve plus composure, and because you are humanity 8, you add 2. So for you, that should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 dice. 3 successes. You feel a creature, something unreal, trying to force its way out of your throat and scratch you raw from the inside.
That's intense.
But something. What is it that keeps you from just flipping out?
Probably the memory of the first, the memory of her being human again. She gets that little flicker of herself as like 25 or 30, just older, and that probably brings her back.
Okay. So that comes into the back of your head. Would you like to do anything with this unaware person? You appear to be lying or sitting up on a cold metal, basically a tray because you're a child, in a white tiled room.
And the room's dark, I don't see anything else?
The room's dark. You barely see a glow from what appears to be whatever's on the other side of the person. There seems to be a light focused.
I want to stab the person with whatever I have in my hand.
Okay.
In the back.
That's a dex melee roll.
Okay, dex, melee. Whew, that's not going to be.
2 successes. They're not aware. Where do you stab them? Like in the back of the knee or something?
I assume if I'm on a tray, I'm higher ups, and it would be like in the shoulder.
Okay.
Shoulder.
The stake that was in your chest ends up in this person's shoulder. They yelp. It seems to be cut short. The sound. And that beautiful red life just oozes through their clothes. Do you want to even resist feeding at this point?
No.
You sink your teeth into their neck. And because you didn't resist feeding, you can either attempt to stop when you get to 1 hunger, or you can accept what you are and murder them and go to 0 hunger. It's the tribute that keeps you human.
Given the current situation, I'm going to allow Molly to go all the way to 0 hunger, because I feel like she knows that she's not in a good spot. She knows she's not in a really good place because of where she was before. Like, she was in the back of the truck before. She's clearly not there. And she needs to get out of wherever she is, because she knows it's not where she needs to be. So yeah, she can drain that human.
Okay. The light doesn't seem to be a problem to you as it slowly comes back into color. Your slightly heightened sense of sight. I mean, you might not be opening your eyes, but this person slowly sinks to the floor, and like clumsily you fall on top of them, still like sucking on the hole in their shoulder because you don't have teeth.
Yep.
Because
I'm gross.
Yep.
Just looking it all up.
And you feel human again.
Human.
You're not frenzying. You're at 0 hunger. You can even spend a bunch of dice, rouse checks to... Oh, you should, sorry. be at... you should be at 4 damage, so that 1 on the end I'll get rid of for you. Would you like to
Okay.
rouse check to full health?
Yeah.
Okay. How many rouse checks? Because it's 1 per superficial damage.
I will do 2 rouse checks.
2 rouse checks. So instantly you get rid of those, but you do roll 2 d10. 1 success, you feel fine. Your scrapes knit together. And then for the second one? Some of the damage is a bit harder to get rid of. But you're only at 1 hunger. And really,
Okay.
you've spent most of your undead life at 1 hunger. Just... You had that moment of respite, and that might be enough. But just at the back of your mind, you feel the beast going, I'm still here. But it disappeared for a bit. Okay. At this
did.
point, a figure steps out of the shadows. Molly! Good timing. It's Tosh.
Okay. Because I was going to throw the stake.
Oh, Molly, it's good to see it. And he runs over and you hear his very posh shoes clacking on the tile. He grabs you by the shoulders and is like, "Oh, it's good to see you. You're back. You're mine again."
Where's Marco?
I couldn't find out what happened to Marco.
Where are we? Where am I? Where did they take us?
And he lowers his voice a little bit. I'm not entirely sure where we are. It seems to be some sort of government facility. There's a lot of dead vampires here.
Are you gonna get me out of here? We have to get
Yes.
out of here.
We have to leave.
But Marco.
Marco is somewhere else. I looked for him in the registry. There's no...
How did you find me?
I just spent a lot of time snooping around. I had to find you again.
Okay. Well, we'll find Marco and Nate though, right? We'll find them. They can't be
Oh,
far.
we could find Nate if we wanted to. He's here.
We should go find him.
I don't want to find him. I found you. Let's go.
Okay. And I'll
Okay.
leave with Todd.
Taj holds your hand and leads you through grey, boring, winding, angular corridors. And basically straight out the front door. You're not sure what's happening, but as long as he's holding your hand, the both of you walk past security guards and people, and it doesn't seem to...
Nothing.
Nothing happens. He just walks straight out of there with you. You go around out of the gate, walk a little bit to a car park, get in his super posh white Mercedes, and he's like, okay, some very bad things have happened. I believe that you may not understand this. This was an Inquisition event, which means that all of us kindred are in a lot of danger. And the prince has ordered a cull of the Thin-Bloods.
The prince?
The prince, you might have met him at the party.
Yeah.
Prince Severa, he was the business-looking man in the corner.
What's a call of the Thin-Bloods?
It appears that the breach of security happened through the Thin-Bloods, so to keep us true vampires safe, the prince has decided that it's easier to block the leak by killing, sending to final death all of the Thin-Bloods. And unfortunately, I think that might mean you.
But my friends, what about Nate? What about, we have to find Marco. Can we talk to the prince? He really liked Florence. He'll spare Florence, right? We can't kill Florence. She has a lot of pretty wrath.
I can see this concern for your friends. We can ask. We can go and check with the prince, but I have a plan. I've already asked him of a lot, so it might not work if we ask him for even more. You have an opportunity to become a full-blooded vampire.
Really?
Yes.
But what would that mean?
It would mean we would get rid of the feral blood in your veins. You would become one of my clan. A Malkavian. You would be my child. I would look after you and then teach you, and you would be free within the ranks of the Camarilla.
What do I have to do? What do I have to do in return?
Well, this is not a bargain between you and I. You have to promise to behave yourself, and you have to promise to abide by my rules as I teach you.
Myself.
But I believe you. So I think this is going to be a bit of a... Oh yeah, by the way, I was... got a couple of things happening here. So he says there's a bit of a stain on your soul. This isn't going to be easy for you. It's risky as well. And he points over his shoulder to a body of a man, just a scruffy looking white dude with greyed hair and one of those pieces of wood in his chest. We have to do this. Otherwise, I can't protect you. And then we can go and see the prince.
Oh, okay.
It's very easy. I will guide you through the process. And as he said, stain on your soul, you think back to the person you just drained the blood from, and you gain a stain on your soul.
Do I get anything from that person?
From that person, you get... do you have any discipline affinities? Oh, you have an Auspex discipline affinity.
You know what?
What you get is... let's say it's... You get fortitude. You get a point in fortitude. That's not going to be important for the moment. Because he drives away. Taj drives you away. He goes back to his mansion. He lays the body in a very boring looking room again, compared to the like ornate, gorgeous spread in every other room. He goes down a level into a basement and lays it out there. Okay.
Can I... No, I guess I wouldn't have... I was gonna say, like, would I be able to have, like, would I have a cell phone? Because I feel like I would be messaging Marco or Nate or...
If you ask for one, Taj will give you one.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd like to send messages to the three of them asking where they are, if they're okay.
Do you just go like, where are you? Sad emoji.
Yes.
Dash Molly or something?
Yes. -M.
Okay. That could be Marco, though.
Yeah, but no one's gonna message Marco. Saying it's Marco.
Okay.
Marco
Okay.
won't know who it is. Fuzzy may not, but maybe
Yeah,
Florence.
yeah. Florence would totally message Marco if only he, wasn't dead. Probably. What was I going to say? Yeah. So if what are the chances of that actually snapping me out of it?
I think that's up to you. You went into it willingly, so I believe I'm not going to make you roll a dice for this.
Right, well, if I get a text message, that would probably be like, sort of like that doesn't jar with my kind of like, 1920s, 30s cottage ideal. So it's just like, what?
Oh, bugger. Who is this? Florence. Who is this? F.
I'll text back Molly.
Molly, are you okay? Question mark. Said you disappeared. Are you safe? Where are you? Stop. End message.
It's just basically treating it like a telegram. It's just like, where are you? Stop.
I will reply at Taj's mansion.
That's not very far. It's adjoining the woods you're in.
Yes.
Are you safe? Question mark.
Yes.
Is the prince there? Question mark.
No.
Is the warlock there? Question mark.
No.
Okay, on way. Stop. And
Yeah, and so Florence is just like,
oh, gotta get to Molly.
Will Taj let her in the house?
Yeah. It's like Taj opens the thing. It's like, there's a doorbell.
I just like the knockers. Molly, where is she? Where's Molly? Where's Molly?
Come with me. And he grabs you by the shoulder. He's like, I'm not letting you free in my mansion. That's disgusting. Let's go. And he leads you to the basement where Molly is.
Molly! I'm just like, are you all right, dear? Are you all right? Oh, did they hurt you? Did they hurt you? Are you all right, sweetheart? Oh, dear. You got a smudge there.
Would
Spit.
Wait, would my stake hole be aggravated damage?
Not after
It was, but you
All
healed
right.
it.
Okay.
so you got like a kind of a blood stain and things, but you.
Well, I'm sure I've changed my clothes.
What clothes were you wearing? Were you wearing the pretty dress that Taj gave you?
No.
You switched out of that, did you?
Yeah,
Okay.
because it was after that. Not the pretty dress. I'm probably in a pretty dress now because I'm at Taj's.
Oh, you look nice. What happened? What happened? Where's Nate? Where's everybody else? Marco. I heard Marco was dead.
Marco's dead?
Well,
Wait.
that's what the policewoman who had his phone said.
The police woman.
Oh, dear.
Although I don't trust the bloody police as far as I can throw them. Not even trust
The police came in in the daytime and we killed them, and then Marco we tried to escape, and then they put us in the back of the van, but then the lady, she came in and then she staked us, and then
So she knew what you were.
and then I woke up and then
And then?
there was just so much blood. But then Taj came and now I'm here. Everything's good.
Thank you for rescuing her. That was very good of you, Tosh. Come on, Molly. We should be going, though.
do
We
we
have to
know-
find everybody else.
I can't go
Why not?
because I live here now. I'm gonna be a Malkavian, just like you. But I have to stay here in order for that to happen.
But
I'm just gonna give Tosh like a look, like.
but how can she?
I have a plan.
She's.
It will save her.
Wait, are you gonna make her a full?
Full-blooded.
There's only one way to
I'm
do
special.
that I know.
Then you might be right.
You know what you have to do, right, Molly?
Just whatever Tosh tells me to do.
You have to drain another kindred dry. You have to kill somebody.
No, I already did that.
Yeah, she's
That is no problem.
a bit messy, but I was going to step in, but she didn't need me to. I'm very proud.
I thought you were a nice little girl. Well,
Marco's dead.
Yeah, well, possibly. I mean, he might have just been staked like all the rest. I don't know.
Well, the police lady had his phone. Why would the police lady not have the phone?
I'm surprised you
He
still
died, or else we would have gotten away. We didn't get away
Hmm.
because now I'm here.
Do you know where Nate is?
Tosh said that he was only able to find me.
Oh no, Nate's at the facility.
Oh,
I found you. I didn't look for Nate.
And
What do I need Nate for?
Where is this facility?
South side of the river. And he gives you approximate location.
Are there a lot of people there?
Oh, crawling with them. I wouldn't recommend hunting there if that's what you're thinking.
I don't hunt people. Thank you.
Oh, well, I've got to find your dark side somehow.
you should come to the dark side, Florence.
We have cookies.
I was gonna say.
I don't even like cookies, and you're both very no, not nice at all. I don't know. No. Dear old Frank would not approve of that at all. No, he wouldn't like it. And no. Molly?
I'm just going to take Molly's hand and just be like,
Molly, dearest. If you do this, you that's it. It not good. You can't go back from it. You know that, right?
If Marco's gone, I don't want to come back from it.
Well, you don't know for sure he's gone.
You don't know for sure he's not.
Fair point. Well, dear, I don't think that Tosh really wants me here, and quite frankly, this place makes my bones itch. So I think that I'll go. And I'm just going to sort of pat her hand and release her. Goodbye, Tosh. Thank you for rescuing Molly.
It was a pleasure.
I'm just going to give him like the look, like,
Shouldn't do this. You shouldn't do this.
and she's just going to hobble out.
Okay. We're going to put a pause on that particular scene and skip, smash cut to another week later, unless someone spends time looking for Marco and Nate.
Well, I know where Nate is, but I can't get to him. So unless I can...
I feel like Molly would call Marco or like text Marco's number every day, and she would be looking for him. And I think she would also probably try to find the police officer Like she would maybe call and ask about a Marco Kravitz and like just sort of look, but not. She wouldn't really know where to go. And I assume Tosh is probably keeping her busy.
Taj probably has some stuff for you to do.
Yeah.
But we'll get to that later. I think if you call, you basically get the runaround. It's like, yes, Marco Kravitz has, we have his body. I'm afraid we can't let anyone see it. There's been some unusual circumstances, blah, 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 blah.
Okay.
Florence, you get a message from Mika saying, unless we smash into this place crawling with people with guns, I can't really help you. And he gives you the location that Taj gave you. He also says that there are a couple of morgues you might want to try looking for Marco at around the centre of town.
In that case, what I'm probably going to do is head into town and send a couple of my rats in to scout about.
Okay.
Remember Marco? Remember the annoying one? Yes. Go on. Go try and find it. The little grumpy one. Yes. Leather jacket. Remember the leather jacket? You like that leather jacket? Smells like you. Pee. Yeah, you peed on it. I know you did. Go on.
Okay. It takes you, again, I think that full week. Like, your rats are going in and out of various other...
But I'm trying to be, like, very inobtrusive because I don't want to get murdered by the Inquisition and I don't want to get culled if I can possibly avoid it. Wait, I don't know about the cull. Actually, would Molly have told me about the cull?
Molly didn't
I meant to. I'm thought about saying it. I just didn't actually.
I mean, you've got this entire week in which to get in contact. And
oh, but BTW culling Thin-Bloods.
Yeah.
Stay in your cabin. Don't go out.
What does BTW mean?
Okay. Yes, Florence. After a week of searching,
yes, very cautious.
your rats basically come back to you, and when you send them off to other places, they just don't go. There's this one morgue that they seem to kind of be looking for, like, holes to get into and stuff. So I think it wouldn't be that difficult for you to get in there. Seems to be a normal civilian operation. There's no police. There's normal locks. There's normal ways in and out.
Right, yeah. So I will. So I'm going to sort of case the place a bit and just work out what the best way of getting in is.
Okay. Let's do investigation intelligence.
Alright. So intelligence and investigation. Where's my investigation? There's my investigation. Okay. Intelligence, investigation. Skidoo.
I'm not really a good burglar.
There seems to be a front entrance and a back entrance. And sometimes they're locked, sometimes they're unlocked. It's not particularly reliable who goes in where. However, we're going to go to the interior of this morgue, where Marco,
Dun, dun, dun.
you your eyes flutter open majestically. And above you, looking down, you see the horrified face of a middle-aged large woman.
A delicious woman.
Florence, you have gained weight.
And you see her like stumble back, and she goes to scream, and it's just a rasp. It's like she's so terrified she can't even vocalize it. But you see the blush in her cheeks, You see that blood red. Would you like to even resist?
Of course, I'm going to kill her. Or not kill her, but like drink her.
Okay, so let's say you just kind of launch yourself on the table.
Yeah. Butt ass naked.
Butt ass naked, blue, covered in frost. There's a butt imprint on the piece of metal that you were lying on. And do you kill her?
No.
Okay, you're going to have to roll me frenzy. Willpower. Let's do willpower. Resolve plus composure.
Okay. Oh, there it is.
2 successes. Nope. You were at 5 hunger.
Yep.
And that's all you know. All you know is backseating to this vicious, horrific creature. And it's like an out-of-body experience. You see yourself, you get sucked back in, and then you're like, oh, she's dead. But you feel human.
Yikes.
At hunger 0.
Alrighty. I'm just like... Getting all the blood off my fingers.
And Florence, even though you have 0 successes, there's only, like, you only seen one person working here. And basically you take the opportunity after you don't see anyone coming in or out or at the front desk for ages.
I'll just sort of walk in and go, hello?
And you hear that familiar, raspy, time-worn voice, Marco.
And I'm like, maybe I should go back in the freezer. Before I turn around and go and see her, I pick up the dead body of the lady, I throw it onto the table, and was it like a pull-out table from a freezer?
It was like a wall of freezers, and
I literally put her on it, and I throw her into the freezer, and I close the door.
You see, like, the...
If I hear that, I'll just be like...
Can I lick the wound? Oh, no, she's dead.
She's dead, you can't lick the wound.
Yeah.
However, you do see on the floor, like, the clipboard she was writing on, like, stack of papers, and it does say Marco Kravitz, question mark at the top.
Interesting. I am going to, there's no reason for me to tear up the paper because it's going to be in a computer anyway. Like a file on me or something.
It does have like a list of information they have on you, so it could be useful.
Okay, maybe I'll take it. And I'll put it between my butt cheeks, and then I might take like a scalpel and like stab her a few times and like try to like make the wound look less like it was viciously torn apart by the fangs of a creature.
Okay, that's going to be intelligence plus medicine.
Okay.
Intelligence plus stabbing.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to make it look like anything. I'm just trying to make it look like a mess.
Okay. You're trying to make it look a mess. In that case, it's wits plus, I don't know, melee.
Okay. We'll melee this corpse.
1 success. There's stabs, like, after a few slashes with the scalpel, it kind of loses its shape, and it's just a kind of gooey mess in the bit where you sank your teeth in, but it's still maybe a bit of shape of, like, there's superficial damage that shows, like, maybe tooth marks. You're not sure, but it's covered.
This is the meta gaming Marco, and he doesn't actually say this. He's like, well, they're going to kill off Thin-Bloods anyway. Fuck them. Fuck the Masquerade. And they just like push the thing in. He doesn't actually say that, though. I push the dead body and close the door. And I'm like, Florence, I'm in here. And I like spread my legs, like, and I wait butt ass naked.
Marco! Oh, Marco,
Hello, how are you doing? Are you happy to see me? Because I'm clearly not happy to see you.
It's definitely cold in here, isn't it? Are you?
I would say I've been in the freezer for...
Here, take
whoa.
this. Here, wrap this around your please.
I will pass. And I walk past her to go towards anywhere there may be employee uniforms or something.
Okay, you see a closet with stacks of laundry and stuff, and the robes that they dress the cadavers in. Both of you wits awareness.
Okay.
Marco. That's 6 successes. Marco, you've heard that voice before. From the front desk, you just hear a, "Hello? Is there anyone there? Judy?
I think you...
Judith." Deaf old bat. That is the voice of one of the inspectors.
I'm just gonna sort of push myself against the wall and obfuscate.
Okay.
I'm like, oh, fuck.
Is there someone there?
Get in the cupboard. Get in the thing. Get in the one of the. Get in the.
I hide under the desk. If there's a desk nearby.
There will be a bench with tools on it that you can pretty easily hide under.
I'm gonna whisper
naked
to
ass underneath there.
I'm gonna whisper to one of the rats. Distract him.
And I act like a dead body. So if she does find me, I'm just going to pretend to be dead.
It's not a terrible idea. Okay, so you hear shoes getting closer, and where do you pretend to be dead? Under the table?
Under the table. I'm gonna make sure I'm not seen, but if she happens to somehow find me under there, she'd be like, "What the fuck is this doing here?"
It's still, freezing cold from the freezer, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm also going to slip my pool cue down my sleeve and just in case.
With a
Okay.
piece of paper sticking out of my ass.
Marco, please do. Face down.
Yeah,
Ass
ass
up.
up.
Oh. Okay, please do a. I guess this would be a deck stealth. A weird deck stealth.
All right.
And +1 for pretending to be dead.
Okay.
Oh, I've still got cake. Okay.
That's what she's gonna say when she sees my dead body with my butt up in the air. Ooh.
Nice beefcake. Yeah. So you just close your eyes on the front, on the room door as it swings open, and you see the Inspector Bolu, the big curly-haired lady with black skin and a very authoritative stride, just kind of push the door open and look around, and you close your eyes. And she's like, "Where the hell has she gone? Who the hell are you? Marco?" I guess I did ask her to do that. And she actually talks to herself. She's like, "You poor bastard."
At this point, I'm going to sort of signal what my rat that I sort of prepared to just sort of run past her out of the room. Run between her legs out of the room.
So just as she says, "How the hell did a cadaver from London end up here?" And she's just oh, cute, weird. Oh, Jana, you've got a problem. There's rat, and she leaves.
Is it
You
safe
can
for
hear
me
her
to-
calling for Janet.
This is a real sanitary place, apparently.
Till she goes. Wait until she goes. If she comes back, I'll stab her.
I let myself from underneath the table, but I'm still kind of like this, and I'm moving myself with my hands and the bottoms of my feet.
Marco, what the fuck are you doing?
I am a crab. Just kidding. I like crouch.
Judith. Oh, did I get it wrong? Judy and I'm sorry. I will try and get the names of single scene NPCs correct in future.
One job. One job.
Sorry.
I crouch down and I like saunter into the hallway very like slowly to kind of look down.
No.
It's not a very big place, so you are in probably the biggest room in here. You see a couple of opposite offices as you come out into a straight corridor that ends in just a wall with a window in it. A couple of offices opposite, and then to your right you see a big window. the front of this place and the front door and the front desk. So it kind of opens out into a room.
Just wait until she goes, you bloody idiot.
Where will she go? There's nowhere to go.
The police station or something.
Why would she go to police station?
Well, there's nobody here for her to go. Just let her get back in here and hide, you idiot. Come on.
I don't like this idea.
All right.
Is there any
What else
clothes
are you gonna
nearby?
do? Why's a policewoman?
Can I grab some clothes that might
Yep.
be nearby? What clothes?
Florence is still just up against the wall, just being like,
Fucking idiot.
There's some real baggy jeans and a rugby t-shirt. Apparently
Alrighty.
from someone else who died in them. There are holes.
Ew. But other stains.
It smells like beer.
None that you can see.
That's disgusting. Oh, God. Drunk driver, probably. I don't
And
know.
you just hear from one of the officers, which was it? Judith! Just like in one of the back offices, do you leave? Or do you stay?
Oh, can it? So we can get out fast enough?
You totally could. You poked your head out.
Oh,
The
yeah,
person, you can't even see Inspector Bolu. She's somewhere else. And then she seems to be in like the furthest away office. Just you hear her rifling around and stuff.
All right, I'm gonna do it. I'll dash. I'm like, let's go.
Don't. Oh.
I'm leaving.
yeah,
I'm
okay. If he legs it, I'm just like, oh, bugger it. And scuttle after him.
And as I'm getting out, I'm just gonna start stretching my bones since I've been like laying dormant for so long. Like crack, 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 crack.
Oh, God, it's worse than I do.
Oh.
As you stretch, you feel something's not right. There's catches in places. You feel stiff. There's a literal hole in your head from
Do you
where
want
you
a
got
hat?
shot.
I thought I felt a breeze blow through here. What is this?
Oh, you're not missing anything. Don't worry. You're fine.
I can do this. This is not all right. I can put finger in my head. What is going on here?
Hang on,
Actually,
I'm
it's
going to
here,
pull out an
because
ancient...
she shot you from behind.
Yeah, I'm going to pull out an ancient beanie and offer it to you.
Here, you can have a winter hat if you want.
Roll me a d10, Marco.
Look, there don't people run screaming because you've got a hole in your head. Let's get out of here before she comes out.
6. Okay, I'm going to check a chart, which says 6. Perfect. It appears that a couple of parts of you were crushed when whatever happened after you went into torpor, after you got shot. Whatever happened. Parts of you are being crushed. One of your legs means that... one of your arms means that whenever you use your left arm, you take a -3.
Okay.
And for the moment,
But that is my
vision-related
masturbation.
rolls are at -3.
Oh, sorry. You said my right arm?
Your left arm.
Oh, and then what was the second half? I was being an idiot. Talked.
Well, you got shot in the head, and things are still blurry. So vision-related rolls are at -3 for the moment.
All right. Sounds good.
And anything?
Would I notice like bones sticking out of my left arm?
No. It appears way more flexible than previous.
Oh,
It's like Harry Potter. Like
It bends on itself.
oh, don't bend it like that. Oh, God, no, don't. Look, the more you wiggle it, the longer it'll take to sort itself out.
That actually hurts. I shouldn't do that.
Yes, you bloody idiot. Right, put the beanie on. I know it smells funny, but look.
I put it on, and I'm like, thank God the smell of the beer of the jersey masks whatever the fuck is on this.
I think I've got some cologne somewhere if you'd like some. Oh, wait. I've got a car, one of those pine tree things.
I've already started walking. Like, I've ignored what she was saying.
We need to keep our heads down. There's going to be a cull of thin bloods.
What the fuck? What the fuck did you just say? What?
Thin bloods. Cold.
Wait. Why are they calling thin bloods?
Apparently, because the Inquisitioners turned up, so the Camarilla have decided to cull the thin bloods.
Wait. Where is Molly and Nate? How long have I been fucking...
At that point, we smash cut
God damn it.
to another very dark room. Nate, please make me a resolve awareness roll.
Okay. Let's see.
I just also want to point out that piece of paper is still in my ass. Even with clothes on, I kept it there.
Perfect. You're a brilliant spy.
It's not opening for me for some reason. Hold on, let me just do some. Oh, there it is. It like glitched out. Okay. So
I'm sorry you've been basically sat quiet by yourself for so long, by the way.
And like none of us have really been too concerned about you.
Yeah. You rescue him. Nah. Florence would have if she was, had any applicable skills.
Resolve awareness.
Resolve awareness.
Perfect. And just as a note, Marco, there's kind of a ringing in your head that's separate from the one caused by the bullet. And just in whispers, you hear...
Oh, sorry, that was manipulation for some reason.
That's okay, you can re-roll it. Resolve awareness. In the back of your mind, you hear a whisper. Come to me. Do not disobey me any longer. And it is in Angelica's voice.
Fun.
Okay.
Nothing will spring you back to life like a little afternoon with Angelica.
Do you like frozen penis?
I'm rock hard for you
baby,
right now.
It'll still be still.
Yeah.
It'll
Hey,
still be still.
I've got a new hole. Do you want to have a go on it?
Oh, Fuzzy.
I do magical things with tongue. No, I'm kidding. Wait, no, she'd be saying that, not me.
Okay, Nate. You and your eyes flutter open magically, like a Disney princess.
As you do.
As you do. And you two, first thing you notice is you are butt naked. You have like a tingle on your big toe. And a piercing pain in your chest. You look down and there is a piece of wood thrust, like it's big. It's probably the same one. And then you remember the car. Oh, you got in the car.
Fuck.
And there's so much going on.
Okay.
In your head, and instantly it is quietened by the grasping, choking, bestial feeling from inside your chest as you smell blood.
Ooh.
And you look over to the source and you see just someone in a hazmat suit who's like reaching underneath the plastic thing, and you see in the plastic window at the front with the two filters, you see them dabbing their nose with a tissue, and it's just like and it's red. The tissue is red. It's The little things that bring you joy. Would you like to ride the wave and take control of the frenzy yourself, or would you like to resist it?
Oh no, we're gonna go full frenzy. Yep, do it.
Go.
So can I take the thing out? Are my hands free?
Yep. Hands are free.
Okay. So wait, could I do everything with it in me?
You seem to be able to move.
Okay, I think he'd ignore it. Because I think he'd still be like frustrated from like when he because he went to bed in like a frenzy state as well. So yeah, I think he would get up. Can I? Is your man facing me?
He's side on.
Side. Okay. And okay. Yeah, I think I'll take it out. So let's like slowly take it out, just watching him, and then if I can, I would like to use the stake to hit him or pierce him.
Okay.
Because I doubt I can bite through because it's like that thick plastic material, right? Like I think you'd know
you've
that.
got all your teeth. You don't have baby teeth, do you?
No.
No. You could bite. It's not thin plastic, but you might be able to bite through it. It's your choice.
Yeah.
You're just gonna stab him.
Yeah, we're gonna stab him.
Okay. Well,
Just
that's a dexterity melee.
Oh, joy. Okay, dexterity melee. I just realized I don't think I have any skills in either. There you go.
One success. You're riding the wave. You're like a backseat passenger. You are able to make suggestions. It's interfering with this other, not even a human. It's just like, go for the throat, go for the throat. But you're like, no, I'm taking out this stake and I'm going to shank him with it. Doesn't quite work. The person trips and you fall on top of them, but you don't get the stake anywhere near them.
Okay. But could I, like, now bite him? Because if I'm on top of him, I think I would. I think the stake was just a thing to, like, make sure he's down. That was basically... I wasn't trying to, like, kill him or anything.
You're basically both lying on the floor, just going, ah!
Yes, I would, like, totally, like, try and rip my hands or, like, try and, like, get at the neck piece, right? Where his hand is basically...
Yeah, the guy is panicking and flailing, and there's a clatter of some metal something. And so you're going to bite. I think a bite is a strength brawl at -2? Because it's like a cold shot.
Okay.
Which might not work for you because your strength is 1 and your brawl is 0.
That's true. So minus... What instead of minus 2?
You can't
No,
roll
I think
-1 dice.
I think
You can roll
what
a
he's trying to
chance
say is,
dice.
yeah,
I don't know if this exists in this system. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. But if you want to try something, I'm going to steal that mechanic for this moment. If you get a 10, it works. Anything else and it fails.
Oh, okay.
So roll 1d10. No, you are gnashing and chomping and tearing at bits of plastic, and this person starts to shout.
Okay. Could I, like... Yeah. I was going to use my dominate skill, but I think...
Physical skills only, I'm afraid.
Because I think he'd be on defensive anyway, so I don't think it would work.
When you're frenzying, it's physical skills only.
Okay.
And
Can I just, like,
you've got a
take
point in
just, like,
potence.
smash him?
You can do...
Is there anything around to grab? No? Like, I don't have a stake, obviously. The stake's like gone.
The stake's still around, as is various other metal implements.
Okay, so I just, like, grab, like, whatever is, like, sharp, heavy, and I will try and
Okay, Dex melee.
cool again. Where are we? There we go.
Trying to think of ways to help you here. It's not going to work. You unfortunately only had 2 dice, no successes, and one of them was a 1, and that's a bestial failure. And you've already got 1 compulsion, so I think in the midst of frenzy, it doesn't really make any difference. So your compulsion just intensifies the throb at the back of your skull. But that's for later. Now is the time for blood. The guy in the hazmat suit pushes you off as you try to beat him with what even is this? Some sort of what's the word? Microscope? Like, you don't know what that is. You're not thinking. It's heavy, and that's useful, but you swing and you miss, and the man gets up and he hits a big red button on the wall.
Oh crap.
And sirens drive you insane. The noise piercing your ears. He's not paying attention though. He spent his time scrambling to his feet and jumping at this button.
Okay. Is there a door?
There is a door.
Because I feel like if I go to hit him again, it's gonna it's 3 times full on me. Because I feel like the thing. Maybe I'm just angry. I don't
You
know.
are in control of your frenzy. And dogs are cute. And I will say that your objective here is to sink your teeth into something and feed.
Okay.
If it doesn't look like it's a likely target, like this dude, it's probably not worth it. And
yeah,
you can
I think
move
I
on.
would. I think I would leave. Yeah. If I could leave, I would leave.
You tear your way through a door.
Okay. Is a hallway? Is it just another dark room?
It's a long, industrial-looking grey painted corridor.
Ooh.
Lots of doors left and right. One big, double metal door at the end, slightly ajar.
Am I close enough to see, or even go closer to see what's there?
There's no light coming from it. There's like those strip lights that are fluorescent and they hurt your eyes. It's
Okay.
everything.
I can't
Your
hear anything
senses
from
are
the other
overloaded,
doors,
basically.
right?
You can hear boots, just like at the very peripheral of your consciousness, just like clump, 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 clump.
Okay, yeah, then I would run straight towards the open door.
Okay.
Maybe not run through it though. Maybe I would go there. If I can't see anything, I would just creep in.
You're in a frenzy. You're not thinking, but you still need to know what's going on. So wits awareness.
Okay.
2 successes. You're not really sure what's going on in here, but there do appear to be bodies.
Oh.
Hundreds of them. There's rows and rows of something. Like
I've
little
just-
boxes. Not little boxes, human-sized boxes.
Oh, okay.
It's a warehouse.
Okay. And is there any machines or anything I can hide behind, or is it just the bodies piled up?
It's just row upon row of box. You could hide behind them. They're about you sized. But you're not thinking about hiding.
Yeah. Are they? Do I know if they're human? Yeah. Obviously. Well, I don't know. Obviously, do I?
You won't know unless you go in. It's very dark.
Yeah. I'll go in.
You
I
sprint
think he'd like
inside.
go forward and like the off chance of food maybe is just pushing him forward.
Okay. You hear the clomp of boots behind you. And in here, you were right. On little tables. All perfectly neatly aligned are bodies. Each with a stick out of their chest. And if it's a body, it might have blood in it.
I think that would he wouldn't care. He would just drain probably the first one, the closest one, because Nate drinks from vampires, right? Yeah, so
Yeah, you can. It's
yeah.
something you've heard of through the grapevine.
Let's do it.
Not that that matters, because it probably doesn't come to mind. You go to a first body you can find, and you sink your teeth in, and you get...
I think what I would do, just so I'm hidden, is like he would crouch down by the table and get their arm and pull it down. Does that make sense?
You what?
So he would like sit beside a table or wherever they are and just take their hand and kind of like draw closer. So he's not like standing over them, if that makes sense.
Okay. Yeah, it's probably a bit more feral than that. You
Yeah.
like spear tackle the body, and it like you both fall over
I keep forgetting
behind
I'm
this
friends, yeah.
thing, and you are like a wolf over its meal, like hackles raised, slurping from this, and you get 2 hunger back.
Ooh,
So you should be at 3.
perfect.
And the frenzy fades. There's nothing else. There's no more blood in this body. You are conscious, you are lucid, and you are aware that this is a vampire that you just drained. It's nice, potent. There's something that makes you and the beast feel way nicer.
Okay.
There's a strength to it. Once you drain it, but it doesn't give you any resonances, and you lose your point in potence.
Okay. What else is around? Is there more bodies, or is there any other exits? Any other that I am not so much?
That's going to be another wit awareness, because time pressure, space pressure, air pressure, under pressure.
I like that you did the next beats without actually hearing what my beats were.
Oh, that's your second one? 1. The only thing you know is that this is... There's one big door and a big
That's it?
dark warehouse full of... You can't even count how many bodies there are.
Ooh, okay. I think I would hide near the door.
Hide near the door. Okay.
If there's anything, like, even if there's bodies near the door, I'd probably hide under the bodies. If there's like a machine, that's where I would go.
So you do, like... This all comes to mind as you... From your previous looking around. All of the bodies here, 1 per table, lined up perfectly. You know, body size varies and stuff, and they've all got stakes in, and they all have been, apart from this one that you basically tore off the table, all of them have been lined up nicely in this, like, feet facing the same direction.
I want to take their place, but I don't want it at the same time. Is there like any way I can, like, is the table just like a normal, like, say, basic table? Like, is it something like you can't really hide underneath it or anything, can you?
It's basically a big box. It's not like something you can hide
Hollow.
underneath unless you crack it open. It's wooden pallet sort of thing.
Okay. Yeah, I think I would. I would take off another body, or try and move another body off table. Oh, I don't know if I want to do that though. And then the boots are coming towards the door, right?
It's very loud now. There's like
Yeah.
shouts like they're right outside.
Okay, yeah. I would go for a nearby table, not that table. And I think I would push the body off. And then I think I would take the stake and re-stake myself, but not on my heart. I would move it. Or maybe not even pierce. Can I break the stake off and just like rest it on the wound or something?
Sensible.
Yeah, sure. I think this is going to take a Dex stealth
Okay.
to kind of cover this entire action.
Yeah.
Your set
Because
of
what I want to do is I want to
actions.
break off just the top of it, lodge it in the wound enough that like it crap like it hurts.
Yeah. I mean, the hole's still there. You haven't healed it.
Okay, so what did you say? Dexter stealth.
Dex stealth.
Oh, I have no points in stealth.
One success.
I'm not rolling with it today.
You're rolling the wrong dice pools.
Not like last week. Man, God.
Okay. So you are lying there, and you see a group of armed people come in. The lights go up, and they start sweeping. They see the body that you first drained. They pick that up, put it back on the table. Check the stake, and then move on. And they sweep, and you stay deathly still. And eventually they reach your table.
Okay.
And one of them picks up a piece of paper, and you feel a tug on your big toe. It's like, this is it. Pick it up, put it back. And you feel the fiddling with your big toe again. And you are lifted up by 3 hefty people.
Okay.
Or you feel 3 pairs of hands lift you up. And lots of clacking of guns.
God. Ugh. Yeah, I think I just stay silent.
Okay.
They just messed the room. They didn't touch the stake or anything, did they?
I think on the way back the stake falls out. And they're like, crap. And you feel like a tug and a push, and like, wake up, lazy bones.
Okay.
And just constant shaking, and then they're like, get it in the chair.
What's the closest one to me? There are obviously 3 of them touching to me, right?
Yeah, there's one at your top, one at your bottom, one in the middle.
What happened to the vampire whose stake he took out in order to?
Oh, I didn't take the stick out.
He broke his own stake and then kind of wedged it in there.
Oh, I don't know. I guess I would maybe struggle if I'm pretending to wake up. I don't know. I'm too worried about it now because, like, what would it actually do? Because he'd be panicking. Can I just flail and kick them?
Yes.
That'd be a bad decision.
Do you
Like,
want
what
to do
would
a strength brawl with your 1 dice?
I don't know if I want to do that. And I can only do physical stuff now, can't I?
No, you are back to your normal self.
Okay. Could I just like catch, like, obviously I don't know.
If you want to try and catch one of their eyes, it's not going to be easy, but it's possible.
Yeah, I think I would just immediately try.
That is going to be a composure plus awareness versus their I can't remember what it exactly is, but I'm just going to say composure awareness for you. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. Catching eyes. I don't know. Yeah, just roll that.
Okay.
Can't find it. Not gonna look. 3 successes versus their Uchi. Yeah. You catch their eye.
Ooh.
You feel this moment slow.
Oh, what did I say? This is the thing. This is the defining moment.
You have compel and you have mesmerize.
And mesmerize the complex one, right?
Complex commands.
Okay. But it's not. It's not like too complex. It's not like I couldn't say like help me escape, right? I have to just say like something in the moment. They can't use like.
You could say help me escape.
Protect me.
It's yes. You can give complex commands such as protect me. They're going to get an opportunity to shake your domination if their life is in danger. You've seen this happen before. And like if you try and tell them to jump off a cliff, they're not going to do it.
Okay, yeah.
Didn't you lose your dominate ability?
No,
that's
he
like-
has an affinity for it.
Oh, that's right. Okay, good. What did you lose?
Stop trying to
then?
trip me up. It's a
No, I'm
Opponents.
Oh, okay. I just want to make sure.
I think I would ask that. Yeah, I'd say fight them or something. Something like along those lines. That helps me. Like, yeah, probably help
Okay.
me. Just help.
Rouse
get-
check.
Okay, how do we do a rouse check? Oh yeah, there. Sorry.
That's
just
1d10. Okay, you get 1 point hungrier. You're back to 4.
Okay.
Desperation sets in. Even more so. Okay, manipulation plus dominate
Ooh, okay.
versus their intelligence plus resolve.
Dominate. There we go.
And you can't get a reroll on this because this is all hunger dice.
Okay, and with the normal dice, right?
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
You better hope I fuck up here.
You are just not lucky.
No.
I wonder if Date's gonna die.
Probably. I blame Molly.
Why are you blaming me?
So you catch this guy's eye.
If anything, blame me. I'm the one that got us in a car accident.
Damn you!
She was literally asked, "You want to go for date?" And she was like, "Nah, let's leave."
I don't remember that. That's
No,
not.
to be fair, that's not how it happened. She was like, "Let's go get Nate," and Taj was like, "Who? What?"
Come with me, and I was like, okay.
She's 10. She's not.
He said I was gonna be his kid. You don't understand.
It's a perfectly logical in-character thing to do for Molly.
To be fair, Nate would probably be the same.
You were like, Molly, who? Let's go.
He was like, "What?"
Okay.
Oh, that creepy kid, yeah.
Oh, Nate. Oh, Nate.
We did.
Bye, Nate.
You catch the guard's eye. And you say, what again?
Things
wanna
rescue me.
Yeah.
Fight them?
Yeah. Or no. Was it fight them? Yeah, I think it's fight them.
Something along those lines. And just for a flicker of a second, you see their eyes glaze over. But then they shake their head and clasp a hand over your mouth.
Yeah.
You are led, dragged, carried to a room that is blank, featureless, aside from a mirror, a table, and 2 chairs. You are shackled to the table.
Mm-hmm.
And you wait, you don't know how long. It's a while. And someone in a trench coat walks in, sits opposite you. It is the inspector that you met previously. The one you heard, Shuichi? She's an Asian-looking woman.
Hmm.
She just stares you down. There's tape over your mouth.
I figured.
She puts a folio on the table, opens it to a page. You see little photographs of Florence. You see, she flips over, you see a photograph of you looking very, very stupid, just on the floor. And she sighs. She's like, so you're different. How do you work?
I think Nate would just like stare off. He wouldn't even look at her.
She
Just
gets
in the
out a
corner.
tape recorder, puts it on the table, clicks record, and it's just like, hang on. Paradimensional Invader number 783. Black Site Storage and Interrogation Facility. Inspector Shuichi. So, she rips the piece of tape off of your mouth.
That's involuntary.
She keeps her cool. So, what's your name? What do people call you? Do you have multiple names?
What did I say my Instagram name was?
Oh god, I can't remember. It's been a while. I should have written that down. Let's check.
It was
We'll find out.
something sexual, I thought.
Yeah.
Power Top.
In what universe?
Out of here, Nate. Could be let's see.
Wow. Wow.
I don't think he would lie. I think he would like,
So people call you Nate.
Hmm.
Nate Ruck.
Mm-hmm.
And she just talks to no one. She's like, the creature, Nate Rook, has partial heat signature and appears to be salient, sentient, and resistant to standard wooden stake tactics. Possible relation to child's black body released last week. Shows no signs, and she just kind of gets up, examines you, like turns your head, like pulls at your clothes and like squeezes your mouth so your teeth show. Shows no signs of any categorization characteristics. Attempted commanding one of my officers unsuccessfully.
He was a cutie too.
Has sexual feelings, or possible just sass. Nate, who are your accomplices, and what is your purpose in the city?
Well, you probably caught him by now. His name is Eric.
Flip over to a page. Known accomplice Eric.
Hmm. Was he working for you too?
Appears to be confused. So you and Eric, you fed on people together?
No. I
What
don't
was
feed on
Eric's
people.
role in subverting the community over at Bratton?
What the fuck are you on about?
Look, there was a drug operation, there was some blood operation there as well. We know. We know how...
Well, you don't know. What you think you know only half.
Okay, then enlighten me.
And I
What
know
was
you
the
know that.
purpose of your social media operation?
There was no purpose. It was there before.
And she flicked through her phone. It's just like... And what day did you swap with this Nate?
Swap, what the fuck are you on about? We're not twins.
Okay. When did you come into being, and when did Nate die?
You deaf? I'm here.
Okay.
You keep saying okay, but I don't think you're actually listening.
Make a charisma resolve. That's charisma resolve. Charisma. What's the word? Insight.
Charisma insight?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There we go.
Okay, 3 successes. You are fairly certain she doesn't believe anything you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
You're fairly certain that she doesn't think of you as a person.
Mm-hmm.
And there's something else there. Like confusion at the fact... That seems likely. Confusion at the fact you don't fit into whatever categorization that she's been talking about. But you're chained up, so she stayed pretty calm throughout the whole thing.
Mm-hmm. Look, what do you want to know?
Just give me names. We have Eric under surveillance.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you have any other accomplices, just give me a list of names.
What if I don't have their names?
Well, I guess we'll just incinerate you then.
There's plenty of people in this town, plenty of locations. Names weren't a priority.
So you're willing to keep your silence in exchange? We will just burn you. It's a very efficient way of getting rid of you, I'll tell you that.
I didn't say I was staying silent.
Okay, I'll give you names then.
Of what? I can give you locations.
Okay. What locations have
But
you
you know about
frequented?
the warehouse.
Huh?
You know about the warehouse.
There's a warehouse. Are you talking about the scrapyard?
Mm-hmm. You know about that, right?
Mm-hmm. I was raiding it. You were there.
Good job. Well. What would Nate know about and what wouldn't he know about? In terms of, like, locations. Because I know he knows about the cottage, but he's not going to give the cottage up, I don't think.
Yeah, you know about the cottage, you know about the mansion, you know about the castle because you went there. You know about
Ooh, can I give away your man's house?
the mansion.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I will give that up.
But that's where we are. Well, that's where I am.
Okay. So what exactly do you
Your
say?
side.
I'm like, okay, this is a pretty important place that I went once. Someone may or may not live there. What are you gonna give me for it?
You don't have any rights. You're not a person. I'm not going to give you anything aside from a stay of execution.
How much of a stay?
Indefinite.
Okay. You got a pen?
Slides over a pen and a pad.
Okay, I scribble down a little bit. But yeah, I start scribbling it down, and then I pause and look at her, and then I'll scribble more. I'll just scribble down the address. What I do? Yeah, I scribble down the address, and then I just flick the pad back at her.
Okay. We can work with this. Interview seems to have gone very well, so I'll talk to you later.
Be
Nate.
careful.
And then clicks stop on the recording device, leaves. A couple of people come and get you and put you into a cell.
Okay.
Now the question is, Tosh. I think he's one of your group's own at this point. So would you take a stain for snitching on his house?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Probably. But I don't know that she's there though, right?
You know
No, you
that
wouldn't
he's
know
heavily
her.
associated with Molly. You've seen them together.
But he was snitch, and snitches get stitches.
Yeah, but I was also trying to save Florence though, if she was at the house. So that would
Yeah.
kind of trump.
The cottage is near Taj's
Yeah.
house.
The cottage
just
is
the
near
cottage.
there.
The cottage is close. It was you didn't give up that location.
It's I think I was giving up a stranger for a teammate, if that makes sense.
Yeah, Taj is a stranger to Nate because Nate
Yeah.
is more recent to the addition.
But Taj was there to help us, wasn't he?
Taj, he only saw Nate once. They've only
Yeah.
met one time.
Yeah,
And he was only there
basically.
to help Molly.
But he was the sole person that helped us out when it came to hiding that girl and figuring out all that
What?
predicament.
Corey? No.
He didn't
No,
help you
that was the other-
hide Corey.
No, but he helped us out in that session that we were in.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was the only time that Nate met him.
Guess.
Literally, the only time the Nate met him was when they brought him to the party.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
Okay.
right.
Fair enough. I don't think you get a stain because you don't know him very well. Although you do get a stain because it's like a group thing as opposed to it's a gang thing.
Because he still snitched.
You snitched.
I would say that if he did learn of Tosh's importance, he would definitely get a stain then. If that makes sense.
I think you should
it's
get a
more
stain
of a group
regardless.
thing as opposed this specific one covers your group and your group affiliations as opposed to your individual ones. So I'm going to give you a stain, just one though, because
Okay.
it was touch and go there.
Been a bad boy.
You've been a bad boy.
Spanking. No,
We would have all squealed, don't
That-
worry.
paddling.
There's
Florence
your paddling.
probably wouldn't have, but then Florence is weird
Mm-hmm.
and has very.
I think he would have snitched on the prince. You know, if they were like, we'll kill you, we'll kill your friends and your family and your rats. They tortured one of your rats in front of you.
Oh, yeah, that would have.
And they might. They're mean.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. No, David, no, I'll tell you anything.
I think at this point I should remind you, you've spent a little bit of time in this city now killing and eating and drinking. These are the good guys. These are the good guys.
No,
I've
not
just
us.
got to
We're
pigeons.
the good guys.
Okay. Well, you're the protagonists. Let's say that.
They're the antagonists. So, you know.
Yeah, they're the antagonists. Let's go back a week to Molly and Taj in the basement. Taj is standing there next to the body saying, Molly, to save you from this cull, I have to make sure that you are full-blooded. And that means that you have to drain this kindred of its blood.
Quick question. Is this before or after Florence has come and...
That's up to you. He would continue if you were there.
I'd say probably Florence has just sort of like left, sort of like... No, well, actually no, because, yeah, Florence has already been and gone at this point then.
It's fine. Molly, I'm not going to say it's surefire. But it's got a very high success rate, so I've been told. This will induct you into my clan. The prince has already been informed of your situation. I've called in a favour, a big one. You will be my child if you do this. You don't have to do it now. You don't have to do it a week from now. But the longer you wait, the more likely they are to come for us. Well, you.
Let's do this. Yes. I would like to do this for you now. Because I wouldn't want to put you at risk when they come.
Thank you, Molly. I'll see you on the other side. I'll make sure that this is easy for you, so I'll tell you what to expect. You will drain this vampire of whatever small amounts of blood it has left. And you will feel a tug. Once the blood is gone, you will begin to drink its soul. And it will be incorporated into you. It will strengthen you and thicken your blood. And it will make you one of my clan.
So who's this guy? Is he just a random person?
That was Harley. Harley was a fool. I didn't expect to see him again. He was in the warehouse that I found you in.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know why they're keeping vampires from the first sweep that they did. Harley was one of the first to go.
So
We thought Harley was dead. I didn't look hard enough, though. Wasn't particularly enamored with him. You'll be much better.
What? Okay. So is he like... Do I just like bite this dude?
Yes. So Taj gets out a scalpel and makes a small incision in the neck for you because you still don't have your teeth.
I'm gonna look at my phone one last time to see if Marco has responded, but I assume that Fuzzy hasn't found him yet because we're a week back. So
Okay. If you want to talk to Marco about this, and
No, I just want to see if he responded because it's sort of like
Marco wouldn't have responded at that point.
Yeah. So it's more of a like Marco is sort of like the last part of this, and he hasn't sort of gotten back. So
If you
kind of like
want,
puts the.
if you want to have a conversation with Marco about this, I'm okay moving this a week in the future.
No. No. This is happening because she hasn't heard back from Marco.
Ah. Okay.
This is for pathos rather than,
Yeah, so she looks at her phone, sees that Marco still hasn't gotten back to her, so she's now like, okay, maybe he actually is dead. whatever happens here, like I have someone else who will take care of me, or I might just like die, which maybe she's okay with too.
Okay. So you begin to drink from this vampire?
Yes.
Okay, it doesn't take very long, matter of seconds, before
I imagine
the already thickened old blood begins to... You run out, and you feel a tug. You feel something beyond blood. It's still blood, you think.
Mm-hmm.
But it has a different kind of power in it. And...
Does it taste good?
Oh, it tastes real good. And I've got to make sure I have the right rules for this.
Okay.
Okay. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. Reading. Okay. Roll strength plus resolve. There is a moment where you can decide, no, this isn't right. But I assume you charge ahead.
Yes. It feels good.
Okay, that is 5 successes. You only needed 3. Whatever fight was in this kindred, it's gone. The silvery, slick, viscous, potent blood in kind of one dollop all slides into your mouth. And you can taste something different. And god damn it, the page hasn't stayed. Okay, lose 1 point of humanity.
Okay.
Please roll your humanity plus your blood potency, which is nothing, so your humanity, which should at this point be 7.
7. Yeah.
Versus the victim's resolve and blood potency, which in this case, you don't know.
So is it like 7d10?
7d10. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4 successes. Versus... Oh... There is no fight. Maybe it was the stake, maybe it's something mystical bullshit you don't understand. There is no pullback. You incorporate this power, this potence, this soul.
Come on
into
in,
your own,
Harley.
and it is completely subsumed. There is nothing remaining of whoever this was. Harley. You
I'm
forget
Marley
the
now.
name immediately. You get 5 experience points to immediately spend on increasing blood potency to a maximum up to the victim's blood potency, or on disciplines known by the victim. So, you get 20 experience points that you have to spend now on dominate, or specs, or obfuscate.
I'm going to take dominate.
I would recommend... See, the thing is here, you are a thin blood going to a... You're a thin blood going to a full thick-blooded kindred. So, I'm not sure... I think... There's nothing in the rules about it, so I imagine I would... The decision here is basically whether you get a free point of blood potency. I'm inclined to give it to you here.
Okay. Okay, so I'm a little confused. How many discipline points do I get? 1?
You don't get any discipline points.
Oh, sorry.
You get experience points that you can spend on dominate, obfuscate, or specs.
I'm gonna take off specs because I already have 1 point there.
You have 1 point on all specs, so the second point is going to cost you 10 experience points.
Okay.
So that's half of the stuff you've got.
And then I will also take 1 dominate.
1 in dominate, that's 5 experience points. You have 5 left.
And then what's the other one?
Obfuscate, which is going invisible, basically.
I will use my last 5 for that.
Okay.
And then I get 1 blood potency, so now I'm at 2?
No, you were at 1. This sheet has been wrong for the whole time.
Right.
You were at 0 previous to now.
Okay.
And something else important changes.
My
Your
teeth.
curse. Your curse that was previous to now, anything that made you angry. You've grown fur before. You've actually had teeth grow for a very short period of time, even though they were wolf's teeth and not vampire teeth. You've had ears, furry tails, all sorts of weird stuff happen to you as you've gotten angry.
Mm-hmm.
You feel a different kind of beast take over. Less animalistic, more fractured.
Mm-hmm.
There's something skittish. Your beast changes. It knows things.
Mm-hmm. More than she already did.
More than you already did.
Okay.
You are now Malkavian, and your curse changes from that of a gangrel to that of a Malkavian. Which, just for clarity's sake, I'll read to you, because it's fun. Afflicted by your lineage, all Malkavians are cursed with at least one type of mental derangement. Depending on their history and the state of their mind at death, they may experience delusions, visions of terrible clarity, or something entirely different. When the Malkavian suffers a bestial failure or compulsion, their curse comes to the full. Suffer a penalty equal to your character's bane severity. And your bane severity is now 1. And the blood is coursing through you. You've never felt this. You maybe an instant of power before now. Nope, not anymore. It's there. It's not going anywhere. You are preserved as you are. And I think you know that now.
Yep. That sucks.
Taj looks at this very quickly decomposing body in front of you and says, I see it worked.
Better than expected. I feel great.
Good. We have much work to do, but you're safe now. I told you we get that feral blood out of you.
I feel great.
Good. What do you want? What is the first thing you would like to do?
Oh my god, I want to have a party. Let's throw a party. Let's party. My birthday. It's like my birthday.
It is a birthday. Of a sort. Yes, a party. Marvelous. Oh, the lady of the house will be so pleased.
The lady of the house.
Grown into such a fine young woman.
Who's the lady of the house? I thought this was your house.
Oh, it's not my house. The lady of the house, Lady Hitchton. She's asleep at the moment. But soon, I have plans. She'll come back, she'll help us out. And she'll be so, so proud to see you again.
Well, I look forward to meeting her.
Yes.
Molly's super uncomfortable because she can probably tell that he's lying.
Insight. Let's do a charisma insight. Oh, how many experience points do you have, by the way, Molly?
With the 20, well, I had 12 to start.
To
the
start
session
with? Okay, well, in total, you had 32, did you say? 12?
Yeah.
So you could now spend those experience points on disciplines if you want.
Where's my insight? Okay, sorry. Charisma insight.
Charisma insight.
I would like to buy when we're in intimidation, persuasion, and subterfuge. Because what is that?
You can totally do that. I was just thinking about, like, in that moment you only had 20 to spend on disciplines, so you can do that later. Okay, yeah, the insight plus charisma. Two successes. He's not lying to you.
Oh.
He is very happy, and in that happiness you see truth.
Okay. Well, if he's
kind
happy,
of truth that only you can see right now.
His happiness makes me happy, so it just filled with joy.
Good. Oh, and you don't have a point in fortitude anymore.
Yeah, I took that out.
Marvelous. Okay. What are Molly's thoughts right now?
I feel as though Molly is she's really happy that she's made Tosh happy. And she's probably a little confused by the power that's sort of coursing through her body and not really sure how to deal with that. And she is sad about losing her old family, but maybe happy about gaining this new one.
Okay.
Which now apparently has a mom. So maybe she's also super excited about meeting the lady, and maybe that, she can make a mom happy. And
okay. Well, you have 2 points in Auspex now.
mm-hmm.
And with that rush of blood, that new strength, alongside it, after you've had this conversation with Taj, you break out into somewhere else. You stand there and the vampire in front of you dissolves. But something weird happens and the entirety of the thing it was sat on dissolves. Everything decays, the walls fall. And everything goes grey. And you see a vision of a little cute cottage with a white picket fence. Florence, Nate, Marco are all inside it. And there's a woman kicking, screaming, raging against this white picket fence. And you see Nate, Marco, and Florence, they come out. They don't look at the woman, though. You see them trying to climb over the fence. They can't. You see them trying to slip through, and they open the gate. It won't open. And inside the house, you see a new figure. You see a man with 3 interlocked triangles in a kind of brooch. Seems to be like it looks like rope.
Like a Triforce?
Sort of, if the corners overlapped in the center.
Okay, yeah.
And it seems to be one continuous line for the entire outside of this brooch. So for all of the triangles. It's a man with a big, bushy blonde beard, an eye patch, and a raven.
He's got some style.
And then you see Nate sitting at a grey table across from some woman, and he's looking a bit sassy.
As Nate do.
But then 2 people grab him and he disappears. And then you disappear.
I'd probably reach out and like say his name, and then that would probably happen when I disappeared back, I guess. Like, because once they take Nate, I'd probably be like, "No, Nate."
Okay, you reach over. You can get through this picket gate. You grab Nate. He disappears. It follows up your arm. And you disappear with him.
Okay.
And there's transparent, translucent walls. You can see exactly where you are. You're back. You're back at that place that Taj saved you from.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see Nate strapped with leather to a table. Or to a bed.
I'd like to. Can I walk over to him and touch? Can I touch the table? I feel like I would touch him to see if he's alive. Does he have a stake in him, or is he tied?
There's a hole in his chest, but no, he seems awake.
Can I touch him?
You can touch him.
Does he react to it?
Nate, you get a shiver down your spine.
Get off me, bitch.
His shivers.
Can I? When I talk to him, does he? Nate, can you hear me?
Can't hear you.
Can I undo his straps? If I try to undo his straps, does that do it?
You can undo his straps. What you see is you undoing the straps. Nate, your arms feel cold. But the straps don't undo.
But they undo on my end?
They undo on your end, and at this point, you're back with Tosh, and there is an old, greying, wrinkled woman in a impeccable black and white Victorian dress, standing over his shoulder and looking at you lovingly. And then everything stretches out and goes completely impossible to understand, and you're back. Stretches back to normal. There's no woman, there's Taj, there's you, there's a decaying body.
What just happened? Where's Nate? How do I get back to Nate? Who was that woman? What just happened? I feel really tired.
People call it a curse, but the true strength of a Malkavian is in what we see, and what we see is the truth.
So Nate's still... Can we go and save... I want to go and save Nate. We
Okay.
have to go save him. They're not being nice to him, and I want to get him back.
We can do that. And then we'll have a party.
Yes. He'll enjoy the party.
Nate loves parties.
Nate
I can
does.
tell just by looking.
He does.
Let's go, my dear. And he holds out his hand to you.
I take his hand, and we saunter off.
Yep.
I'm not sure how he got in there and got me out.
If you ask him, he'll tell you.
How did you get me out? Can we get Nate out the same way?
Well, the other thing about Malkavians, darling, is the fact that everyone thinks we're so unhinged. And they get obsessed about it. It's all they think about. They're the ones that are unhinged. And that's when they forget that we can make ourselves disappear.
So you just made me disappear?
Oh no. Well, I made you disappear. You yourself have your own limits. I can make as many people as I want come under the cover of misdirection.
That's cool. Can
It's
you
very
teach
cool.
me how to do that?
In time. In time.
Cool. I have so much to learn from you.
You do. The first thing we should teach you are the rules. Now, rules aren't very interesting, I understand. But they keep us safe.
Mm-hmm.
And this is why we must continue with the call of the Thin-Bloods.
But can we offer Nate a choice? I don't want Nate to die.
You don't want Nate to die. That's very admirable. I, however, have no stake in his life. Pardon the pun.
Because as far as Molly knows, Florence is fine because she's ran into her. She still thinks Marco's dead, but she has seen Nate. Are we going to? Where are we in the timeline now? Sorry, I'm lost.
Okay, we can be basically anywhere because that scene is pretty much over.
Yep.
Marco, Florence, you are, I assume, together in the cottage. That's where you'd hang out.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Florence is laying low.
Yes.
And I am trying to figure out what the fuck is going on.
Yup.
Are we going to rescue young Nate or what?
I don't know what's going on.
He's in the facility thing.
There is a facility? How does that work?
I don't
Where is
bloody
Mr.
know.
Brass? Where is Molly? Where is Nate? I don't know anymore.
Oh well, Molly has made a choice. She's thrown in with Tosh, and she's committed Diablerie, I think.
What does that mean? I don't know what that means.
She's drained one of us, or a vampire. She's drained a vampire and taken his power for herself. So she's not one of us Thin-Bloods anymore. She's
Wait,
thrown into the Malkavian.
You can become not Thin-Blood anymore?
Yes.
I'm referring to his occult being so low. He had no idea.
Yeah, didn't you know?
No, I thought you were always thin blood. All I had to do was drain a vampire to get rid of thin blood?
It's not a good idea.
Oh, why not?
Because from what I remember, anybody who can see your aura, your soul, can see what you've done, and people don't like that. They tend to get a bit sketchy around, murderers, kindred murderers.
I guess, but I mean, you say that they're calling thin bloods. They give us no choice.
We could just hide.
Hiding is for rats. We are not rats. We are the wolves.
There is nothing. There's
We
nothing
will
wrong with that.
destroy them if they want to destroy us.
Right. Okay. Do you know how many wolves there are in the United Kingdom right now?
I'm not talking about actual wolves, Florence. God
And do you
forbid.
know how many rats there are? I
Yes.
put my money on the rats.
They're all over you. I can smell them.
Exactly, they're survivors. Wolves, they're all, oh, I'm a wolf, and then somebody comes along and kills them because they're big and conspicuous. You want to be a rat right now?
You
Small.
do not survive by hiding. You are not living your life. You are living a fake life. You are cowering among the shadows. We already do enough of that already as vampires.
I'd rather cower and be alive than, stride around going, oh, I'm a vampire, look at me. And then somebody shoves a stake through your heart and, or shoots you in the head.
They will put stake through your heart regardless of who you are.
Not that they'll bloody find me.
I'm not saying that we need to kill another vampire. All I'm saying is if they are calling thin bloods, we must stop whoever is doing the calling.
The prince is doing the culling.
Then he needs to die.
Off you trot then.
And I whisper that, like I whisper that to her to make sure it's not out in the open.
Well,
You're
we're
in the
cottage right
cottage.
now. Yeah, but Florence is just like aghast, like,
The prince of this city. You want
Yes.
to go and try and assassinate him.
Maybe.
Have
He
you-
is trying to assassinate us.
Marco, do an
Yes.
intelligence plus
Oh,
politics roll.
Okay.
Oh no.
For him, he's seeing this as just survival.
It makes sense.
He's a fucking
One
idiot.
success. The prince is, I guess, the person you should kill if you want to stop this. You know that.
He's not like making like a legitimate plan right now. He's just kind of like spitballing with Florence. He's like, if you're telling me the prince is doing this, then we got to stop the prince.
Well,
we had
two
that-
things come into your mind, Marco. First
Yeah.
off, you have seen a wolf recently, and it was not a vampire. Seems to be alive somehow.
Wait, I'm confused what you're referring to.
You saw a wolf in the forest. Didn't seem to be a vampire.
Probably-
but
probably a
it seemed to
bloody
be a
werewolf.
wolf. Isn't it?
I'm just harking back to earlier in your conversation. However,
Okay.
from that same forest, you've also seen Mika. Mika is an anarch. I'm pretty sure he's been fighting with someone, because you saw his subordinate, you assume, with huge battle scars.
Yes. But then wasn't I told that that's just the way the gang rolls? Like when that happened? Because I had remarked about it. I was like, are you going to be all right? And you're like, yep. It's no big deal.
Yeah, the guy
They
got
would
a
have had
crop slap.
bravado, yes, but you're fairly certain that the gouges on their body could not have been made by just like a knife or a bullet.
Yeah.
Aggravated wound.
Yeah, that's a vampiric or mystical damage sort of thing, and probably inflicted by another vampire. Gangrel don't fight among themselves. I'm giving you a lot for one success, but
Yeah, I was like, I
It's
wouldn't
really-
have, I would not have gathered any of that, like, on my own. I don't think I would have. I'd be like, oh yeah, let me remember back to when I was, the gangrel. What does that have anything to do with what I'm saying right now?
I was trying to give you a hint as to how you could kill the prince, but never mind.
Yeah, I don't think he's trying to figure that. I think he's just like he's not trying to make a plan right now because we don't even have like everyone here to like make a plan.
We should make a plan. Kill the prince. You already have your in. You have to plan that party for him. Maybe that's still going on. We don't know.
Technically, Nate took that over, and we don't have a Nate right now. So we got to figure out how to get the Nate first.
You do know you have 2 weeks until the supposed party date, if that's even relevant anymore.
He's not even going to let us plan the party. We're Thin-Bloods. Like the minute we show up, the minute we show up to the party, he's going to kill us.
Yeah,
there's going to be no party planning on our behalf. That deal went out the window once he started calling the Thin-Bloods.
I mean, I'm throwing a party now.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. But yeah, Florence is just like, bloody idiot. No, we're not going to kill the bloody prince. He's surrounded by guards. He's incredibly powerful. He's
yes.
terrifying.
Blah, blah, blah. I hear you, Florence.
We just hide with the anarchs.
You just want to stay forever,
things,
hidden in the shadows. That's fine. Regardless, where is Molly? You say she makes a decision. Where is Nate? We have to figure this out.
Okay, so
why does my arm hurt? What the fuck happened? And how do I stop this? And I'm like sticking my finger in the hole in the back of my head.
Have a rat.
That does not stop this.
Plug it up with a rat.
Doesn't it? Don't I normally like heal? Why is this still here?
Oh,
it's a big hole.
So it's not abnormal. You would have the opportunity to heal if you want to.
Oh, so I'm still at full aggravated damage?
No. You're at -1, basically. You're 1 away from full. Because otherwise you wouldn't have woken up.
Why I'm offering you a
That was the 3
rat.
dice earlier.
I see. I don't want your rat. I'm not hungry. Get that out of my face.
Fine.
You just have to do your browse check.
You would have... No, this is the same day you basically just got butt naked out of bed. So... But if you do want to skip a day, you can then do...
We can spend a day arguing about things.
You spend the day arguing. You can go see Molly. You know where she is.
Yeah, we
If you
might
want
as
to tell
well.
her you're
Florence.
not dead.
Yeah, Florence is not going.
Taj
Okay.
doesn't let them in the house.
Knock. I'm like, he says that in a Russian accent as I'm talking. Hello.
A butler opens the door. Good day,
I am
sir.
looking.
Do you have an appointment?
Yes, I'm here to see Molly. She thinks I'm dead, and I need to tell her that I'm not.
Of course, sir. Closes door.
I patiently wait. I sit on the stairs.
A butler comes and gets you and says, excuse me, Miss... what was your surname?
Miss.
Miss McNeely.
Oh.
Do you have a moment? There's a man at the door saying that... Marco saying that he believed he was dead. Marco.
Would they have come to me or would they have gone to Taj? I sort of feel like Taj wouldn't...
I don't think Taj would have left your side, and that's like the scene we go into, you and him with fine china sitting out in a very nice hall.
Yeah, but what I mean is I feel like Taj wouldn't let me have visitors. Like I sort of feel like the butler would have gone to... I mean...
He goes to Taj and he asks, and then he goes to you, but you're in the same room as him, basically all the time, and he's like... Yeah. He just kind of hand waves and looks at you.
Oh, this is too much pressure. Okay, yeah, I'll go.
Okay. Butler opens the door again. Marco is texting outside, and then, like, the butler rolls his eyes and you see each other.
I'm like, Molly, hello. How are you doing? I see that you survived whatever the fuck happened.
Hello.
Why are you being weird?
I'm not being weird.
You're being weird.
What are you doing here? You're alive.
I poke you on the head. Hello? Molly, are you in there? You're acting weird.
How does dominate work?
Dominate works manipulation plus dominate. So you add those dots together, and basically you have a choice for your dominate, which is, because you're at level 2, you can have commands, but you can also have the ability to... Wait, you're at 1 or 2 dominate?
I'm at 1.
You're at 1, so you have a choice between making people forget and giving people simple commands.
What was the feeling that I got when the lady that I saw after the vision with Nate that was standing behind Tosh, and she was smiling at me and stuff like that? Was it like a good feeling, or was it like a warning type vision? Because she wasn't there, so it was...
She wasn't there, no. You're fairly certain she wasn't there, at least.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's up to you.
Because I sort of feel like it's not safe for Marco to be there. Or maybe she doesn't... I don't know. I have too many things in my head.
Lay them out for us. What are your questions?
They're not even really questions. It's just more like I sort of feel like maybe she doesn't trust that Marco's actually real. I sort of feel like over maybe the last X amount of... I don't know how time has passed, but she floats a lot through these like visions constantly. Whether or not... So maybe she's not really sure if he's there. And then also... Yes, that was confusing. But also, like, she knows that the Thin-Bloods are gonna they're doing the calling for the Thin-Bloods, and maybe like it's you need to go and hide. Like, she's worried for his safety, and maybe she doesn't think that him being here is safe.
So, would you try and make him forget that he was there? You were there? Or would you try and command him to go away?
I would try to command him to go and hide.
Okay. In that case, you roll your manipulation plus your dominate. Marco,
manipulation plus 1.
you roll intelligence plus resolve.
Oh, wait. Maybe I'd just do it that way. Sorry.
Yay!
Oh, it doesn't matter. It's the same.
Okay.
You bait me!
He's gonna get pissed that you just try to use something on him.
It doesn't work. It's up to you.
I'm assuming like it's kind of like where my brain gets like hazy, and I'm
Kind of
like,
like Angelica.
yeah, I'm like,
And Nate, too.
I know for a fact that you did not just fucking try to do what I think you just fucking tried to do to me.
You need to leave, Marco.
Why the fuck do I need to leave?
It's not safe here for you. You need to leave.
Why?
Because they'll kill you again.
Who killed me the first time?
I don't know.
This doesn't make any sense. You were last time in the back of a crazy van with a stake in your heart, and now all of a sudden you're buddy with Tosh, and all of a sudden too good for us fucking Thin-Bloods?
I'm not a thin blood anymore.
Yes, we've already established that. Apparently, you're sucking on vampires now. It's a new hobby of yours.
It's what I had to do to survive. You weren't there.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I'm not mad at the decision that you made. I'm mad at now that we are not your problem anymore because you're not one of us.
I want to again try to tell him to leave, but like with hopefully I roll better.
Well, an advantage of being a full-blooded vampire is that you can use the power of your blood to add a single dice to a dice pool by doing a rouse check.
Okay.
Okay. How?
Same for you again, Marco.
So would I just click rouse with the manipulation and the dominate?
No. What happens is, you just roll 1d10 to see if you get hungrier, which I think will waive for the moment because it didn't make any difference at the moment because we're about to end.
Yeah.
But you fail, and you feel the beast stronger this time. It's different. Things have changed. But you can add, with the modifier thing that pops up, +1 to that. You could spend willpower.
I will spend a willpower.
Damn, you don't even want to try and like socialize with them. All right.
You two
No,
have
because
that
now
option.
I'm getting angry. So it's just like
Yeah.
you need to leave.
Yeah.
So what do I do again? Sorry.
Roll 3d10.
3d10.
And so can you, Marco, but you can only do
2d10.
2d10 if you want, and you both take.
Wait.
willpower.
What am I rolling the 2d10 for?
If you want to re-roll with willpower,
Oh no,
okay.
I'm good.
So that's.
I don't
two
think I have
six-
any willpower. I used it all last time.
We'll go back to that later.
Okay.
Yeah. 2v2.
She's like, work, trying to cast the spell. Like,
in the case of a tie, I can't remember the rules, so I'm going to leave it up to the two of you. How does your final interaction end?
messy. I am pissed.
Does the domination work, do you think?
I'm gonna say no, but
Do you agree, Di?
you got what you wanted, and I'm gonna fucking leave.
I would sort of feel like once it fails again, Marco probably gets mad and maybe he like pushes me or something like.
I wouldn't push you. I would
or-
just be like, if you fucking want me gone, I'm fucking gone. Bye. You're not hearing from me again. Like, I'm like, you're someone else's problem now, kind of deal.
And I would stand there completely still as he
Okay.
walks away.
Like, have fun sucking whatever vampire blood you've been sucking on. And I
Marco
just
leaves to the
slam the gate and I fucking walk
the
away.
light. Yeah, the light of all the burning bridges flickering behind him.
Oh, yeah. And as the door open, Molly, seen for possibly the last time, by Marco at least, we pull out, our view expanding to the mansion in the forest, a little hint of a cottage. Zooming out further, we see a university, a castle, a busy district with sirens in the distance. And just a flicker of a vision of a little picket fence hemming all of this in.
We love picket fences.
Picket fences are not working out for us in any sort of way.
Picket fences are interesting.
Especially when there's women trying to kick them down.
Mm-hmm. So, thank you everyone for playing. Please, in the chat, do your lovely emotes for die the impeccable, creepy little girl, Molly.
She can
go die.
Yeah.
Kidding.
We loved having you, and I think I should announce that next week we have a one-time guest who you may know as someone called Dakota. We've got a little red dot joining us for one session only next week.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, she's going. Oh, whew, I've got some ideas now. Thank you everyone for playing. That was very focused on Molly. So I hope you're happy with the send-off.
It was.
I am. I think for Molly, she knew the bad things were going to happen, and the only way to save Marco was to end the relationship. Yeah. But I also feel like her attachment to Marco died when she became the Malkavian and moved to Tosh. And whoa,
the werewolves are pissed.
Awesome. Next week, hopefully Nate gets out of prison. I don't know.
Nice, you never know.
That was like, oh god, is it Curb Your Enthusiasm or what? Next time on, or what is that show?
I don't.
The Bluth Family.
Arrested Development.
Arrested Development. Yeah. It's like next time we'll make it out of prison. He's just sitting there throwing a rock at a wall.
Yeah.
Like Prison Break.
Every time you feel a chill, that's Molly over there watching you.
Yeah, she poking at you through, I don't know,
Stop
weird
astral
space.
projecting us.
Yeah.
Would I
creeping.
know of Molly touching that at all?
You had no idea. It was just a chill. It's weird.
Oh, that's so sad.
No, I was picturing her like really trying to like rip that off and like get you out of there. Like, no, what is happening here? This is a terrible place.
Sweet.
Bloody visions.
So, thanks everyone for watching. Next week, like I said, we'll have Red Dot. And if you want to support us, I would say subscribe or I don't know. Do the good stuff.
Make it red.
Subscribe. September is extended. You can get your first time subscribe to Josh for.
Is it actually extended? Because I saw a redone tweet from last
October 18th, I think.
Yes, but it's not the gift sub. It's a different. So it's only new subscribers now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's awesome. Yeah. Help me and us grow this vampire and roleplay show so that we can do more of it. Because these lot give up their time, and I will, make sure they get their due for all the hard work and roleplay that they do. So, until next time, goodbye. Let's raid someone.
Yes, let's.
Yeah.